Hello and welcome back to the Modern Stacker. I've got another video for us to talk about today, and this time it's a little bit different from the traditional precious metal stacking content that we talk about here in this channel, because I saw in an interesting article that I wanted to talk to you about regarding reverse ATMs or cash to cards, and I thought that would be something interesting for this community to talk about. So before we dive into it, be sure to like this video, hit that like button. It's right there on the screen. You can probably see it. It's that thumbs up icon. If you just press it, it does good things for the video. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. And without that said, let's jump into this. So I got this topic. The Riverside Homestead had posted this. It's a channel I follow. And I did some Google searching, and there's some articles that are coming out right now, April 24th. So this is like fairly new information. These things called reverse ATMs are starting to take shape. Now, what is this, right? Basically, it's where you can go in and there's these little kiosks, right? You see one here where you can take your cash, put it in, and it gives you a debit card of sorts. So actually, how does it work? To use a reverse ATM, a customer feeds cash into a machine and gets a prepaid plastic card in return. Magical? I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, that's kind of how it all functions works. But the thing that kind of concerns me, or rather it should concern you, is this is how they're going to effectively get you off of the cash system. And I say cash. Let's use the term that I like to use is Fed notes. The Fed notes, the greenbacks that we've been using up to this point here in the United States, those are basically the dying legacy that they're trying to move away from. And from a precious metal stacking standpoint, right? That's one of the reasons why we're a lot of us stackers are saying you probably need to be getting some silver or some gold or start investing in precious metals, because as this transition to an all digital ecosystem begins to take place, what are you going to use if you need to have some sort of like offline exchange? And I'm not suggesting that the offline exchange is necessarily something nefarious. What if it's just simply like your neighbor has a tool and you want to pay them for it? Well, what they're basically saying, you have to do all that under the new electronic systems that are coming out. That's the only way they're going to allow you to do it. What if you live in the sticks? Like, what if you live in an area where there's like limited internet signal? Or what if there's a situation in which you forgot your phone, or you didn't bring your device, or maybe your device ran out of battery power, or for whatever reason there's an energy crisis and you couldn't charge your phone? I mean, just come up with your scenario. But what if there was a reason in which you couldn't use your electronic device to make a payment? That was always the purpose or the benefit for having some sort of physical medium of material. And so what I wanted to do in this video was to talk about not only just precious metals. I always preach the precious metal stuff on this channel, and that's definitely something we talk about extensively. But one of the other things that you could potentially be seeing as a means of value in a system that goes all digital is physical barterables, right? The idea of stacking, right? If you just take the term stacking as just kind of a philosophy, what are you stacking? Well, we say stacking, we're talking about precious metals, but what if the idea is really you're stacking things to protect, right? You're stacking as a means to make things accessible to you in the future. And this is why, people also who talk about stacking are typically preppers or have some sort of prepper mindset. And that's where, oftentimes you'll hear people say, hey, you should get some food, stack some food. From my Patriot Supply. I'm not affiliated with any of these links I'm about to share with you. These are just some places you can go to get some ideas, okay? These are some places that you can go to get some ideas. So like maybe if you're looking for food, you can go to My Patriot Supply, water, Alexa Pure, or what's the Berkey? I think that's the other brand. If you're looking for supplies in that kind of space, in that preparedness type of space, but it's also, if you have food and somebody else doesn't and they need food, well, that's a barterable, right? Stack it and it becomes a barterable. Another place, Canadian Preparedness. The Canadian Prepper is a big YouTuber here online. He does a lot of stuff, so this is his website. You can kind of browse through here and get a whole bunch of ideas. He offers a whole bunch of stuff that might just give you some things to think about. Cabela's, if you're here in the States, love Cabela's. My dad and I love to go down here. We have a Cabela's near where we live, and this is like you could almost say it's a religious trip for us. We go down there and we have a good time. There's an Olive Garden nearby. We usually have lunch, and it's always a fun day. But, and then there's like places like Home Depot. No, do not want to tell you that. Or Lowe's, or, some sort of like, hardware store. Maybe you have an Ace Hardware nearby. But, these are the places where you can pick up tools and things like that. That might be of interest for you. I love how it thinks it knows where I'm at. And I love my VPN. Love myself my VPN. But anyway, you get my point. It's like these are the idea is go to these sites and begin to take an inventory of what your preparedness situation is. Like, are you at the very beginning? Are you just working on getting food? Or are you an advanced, serious prepper and you've stacked food to the rafters and you've got a whole bunch of tools? And what other some things you need? Maybe some socks, maybe some extra boots or something, or some jackets for the winter. Like these little things that you start to think about from a preparedness standpoint, you pay for them now at the prices they are today. Next year, they could be sky high thanks to inflation. You just don't know. And I'm not saying you become a hoarder, okay? Do not be hoarder. But with everything going on and you start hearing about all this cashless stuff, my spidey senses just go off the charts with stuff like this. And it's not because I am not a proponent of technology. I actually love technology. If you follow me on this channel, for long enough, I'm a huge proponent of technology. I work in the tech sector. This stuff intrigues me. In many respects, it excites me. But I am wary of technology too. Like there needs to be a balance. And one of the things that concerns me with the state of our society is that there isn't a balance being implemented. It's just that go big, go bust. It's like, it's go all in. There is no going back. And I strongly disagree with that approach. Like I believe in the balanced approach in which we introduce these really cool technologies that better humanity and better society, with the option of a smooth transition, so that there's no need for hard or soft landings. It's a smooth transition and everybody kind of comes along for the ride. None of this just we crash into a wall at 60 miles an hour and then we pick up the pieces afterwards and see what's left. Like that seems very irresponsible to me, but that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these reverse ATMs and what you're doing to get ready for stuff like this. Are you stacking precious metals exclusively? Are you stacking things like food and tools and barterables and other stuff to, get yourself in a position where you can be of value to your community? Are you investing in your community? All those kinds of things. Let us know in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's have some good chit chat. And really appreciate you watching this video. And yeah, click that thumbs up button. It's really awesome for the video. I'll catch you next time in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Until then, keep on stacking.